Greetings and salutations. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. My name is Peter Kamau. You are just in time for TV47 at 1. Let's get started. More than 2.1 billion people worldwide live without the ability to see, despite the fact that 1 billion of these cases are preventable with treatment. It is for this reason that over 500 international stakeholders have gathered in Kenya for a global eye health conference to discuss how modern technology, including artificial intelligence, can help control eye diseases.
Transformation in our country and reforms. We are investing in interoperability digital health system in order to strengthen service delivery, improve continuity of care, and support real-time, evidence-based decision-making. We are deliberately integrating eye health into this digital platform to ensure that it's fully embedded in our routine service delivery, hence supporting screening, referrals, patient tracking, and reporting across the healthcare system. We also recognize that the cost remains one of the biggest barriers to access. Through the Social Health Authority, we have removed these barriers, and we have expanded protection for all citizens. As I said earlier, over 31.4 million Kenyans are registered under the Social Health Authority. This is a very clear indication of public trust and a major milestone of our UHC journey. Importantly, eye health are provided or are included in the Social Health Authority benefit package. It covers preventive, diagnostics, medical and surgical care. This includes the two leading causes of blindness and visual impairment, cataract and refractive error. We are committed to continuously reviewing and strengthening the benefit package to ensure that it remains very responsive, very equitable, and above all, comprehensive. Our position is clear that no Kenyan should lose vision or remain blind because they cannot afford care. And I was talking to the CEO of the Social Health Authority this morning to give me the numbers as I was coming to this meeting. And at the primary health care, at level 2 and level 3 and part of level 4 in our country, all the services that are provided are free. So at the PHC level, we offer services to anybody who is under 18 years. They get free spectacles, they get free diagnostics, they walk in and they walk out in our country. And we have a charter at every health facility saying the following health services are free, whether it's immunization, vaccination, laboratory test. But when you come to the Social Health Insurance Fund, now they cover a large number of the ophthalmology services, including cataract, are provided. And in the last 18 months of the existence of the Social Health Authority,
we head to Nakuru County, where leaders from the Muslim community in Nakuru County have pledged to work together with other religious leaders to promote the election of honest and accountable leaders in society, aiming to reduce the misuse of public funds. Speaking during a meeting with church leaders in Nakuru, they also urged parents to take a more active role in monitoring and guiding the behavior of their children, rather than leaving the responsibility entirely to teachers.
Katika vuguvugu hili la siasa tunavyokwenda, kwanza tungependa kuhubiri amani. Amani ni kitu kizuri sana. Tuheshimu nchi yetu ya Kenya na tuheshimu wananchi wa Kenya. Siasa zetu zisiwe ni siasa za matusi, zisiwe ni siasa za chuki, zisiwe ni siasa za vita na kuleta matatizo katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. tungependa sana kuchagua viongozi ambao si wafisadi. Hata Mwenyezi Mungu anatuambia kwenye Qur'ani, inna Allaha la yuhibbul musrifin. Mwenyezi Mungu hapendi watu ambao wanafanya ufisadi na ubadhilifu na kuharibu ile sifa ya uongozi. Mwenyezi Mungu ndiyo anayeumba na yeye anamchagua mtakaye katika uongozi. Na ndugu yetu huyu Samiji amejitokeza kimasomaso. Bahati nzuri yeye ni askofu, kiongozi wa dini.
Hii visa ambavyo kwa tunaona vya watoto hivi vya kuharibu shule na kadhalika ni kwa sababu ya ile imani, maadili yameshuka chini. Lakini wazazi tukishikamana na viongozi tutakuwa ni wenye kufaulu katika hali ya kuelekeza watoto wetu inshallah. Asante.
Elsewhere, health records show a startling picture in Nyeri County where 335 cases of sexual violence reported in public health facilities in 2022. The numbers have continued to rise in 2023, 2024 and 2025, according to County Executive Committee member for Gender Affairs Esther Ndongo. Response Shining Hope for Communities Shofco organization has intensified its campaign against gender-based violence by training more than 1,000 gender champions and 500 teachers to help combat the vice. Nyeri Governor Mutahi Kahiga has commended these efforts, noting the importance of collective action in addressing the growing problem.
According to our health facility, the reported cases, Bwana CEO, every year we are recording approximately 500 GBV cases in Nyeri County. That is only our health center, the reported cases. The rising cases of abuse against children remain deeply concerning and demand collective action from all of us.
Na mimi nakuelezea kama mbunge, kama kuna jambo lolote unahitaji kwa msaada kutoka kwa sheria ama policies katika nchi yetu zenye zinaweza kutusaidia wewe upanuke, usaidie watu zaidi kupitia Shofco, ninakuhakikisha kwamba kabla hujapigia Karuma nipigie mimi kwanza.
Ni mambo ya wasichana na watoto, we are plan to kuanzisha inaitwa GBV center. So Nyeri tumereach vijana almost 3000 vijana, na leo pia tutapatia watu 5000 pesa ambayo itawasaidia kuendelea, na pia tupata grants ya wamama, I think ni almost 2000, na kuna mambo ya scholarship pia tumepatia zaidi ya watoto 600.
The State Department for Correctional Services has marked World Environment Day with a tree planting exercise at Eldoret Main GK Prison. The event, led by Principal Secretary Dr. Salome Biako, saw over 2,500 trees planted with participation from students, national government administration officers and officers from the Kenya Prison Service and Probation and Aftercare Service. Dr. Biako said the initiative supports global efforts to use nature-based solutions in addressing climate change and aligns with Kenya's national goal of planting and growing 15 billion trees by 2032.
We have planted 2,500 using a whole-of-government approach. The students, the officers, and even our clients, the inmates, have come together in realization that we as Kenyans must take responsibility for reforestation, for combating climate change, for restoring nature as it ought to be. And we have laid a great emphasis today that we are not only planting the indigenous trees so that we restore the ecosystem as it used to be before, but we are also plugging into food production.
As the world marks World Environment Day with a call to action on climate change, young people have been urged to take up climate change mitigation activities. Speaking in Malivini, Katangi area of Machakos County, climate change stakeholders emphasized that the future belongs to the youth and their participation is critical. Led by Mr. Kihoro Ngunjiri from the non-governmental organization Pelum, Kenya, the stakeholders noted that youth involvement in environmental conservation has declined in recent years, leaving older generations to carry the responsibility. They believe that by embracing conservation, young people can help protect the environment while also creating employment opportunities.
Lakini ningeuliza tu, hii kitu tunatengeneza sisi tunaenda, nini youth ndio mnakuja? Tukimwachia mazingira mbaya mtakuwa na sita. Kwa hivyo nawaomba mtu join, tutengeneze mazingira, tuwaachie mazingira mzuri, muwe mnapata mvua, muwe mnatunza shamba, muwe mnazoea soil erosion, hata muwe na food production harvest mzuri. Kwa hivyo ninatuma maombi kwa youth, kwa wingi mtu support, sababu wengi mnatuinjinoa, lakini toka leo na waomba kwa heshima yote, Gen Z youth, join us, tutengeneze environment for your better future.
Okay, I want to make a call for the youth to embrace environmental conservation. And this environmental conservation calls for them to plant trees and plant beneficial trees that have multiple benefits. For example, planting of fruit trees, planting of medicinal trees that does not call for you to cut it down so that you can amass one benefit, but it has multiple benefits. Help us to try and change the environment. We know the youth are not embracing planting of trees. They are so much into cutting for charcoal and also for the carvings. But now we need them to take action and help us in planting trees so that we can change the environment. If we want rainfall, we have to plant trees.
Still on matters environmental conservation, mining investors in Kenya have been urged to adopt global best practices in conserving the environment. Environmental activists from the coast region have called on investors to consider the impacts of mining on communities living in Kwale and Kilifi. Speaking during a meeting to mark World Environment Day, activists emphasized the need for concerted efforts to address environmental degradation caused by mining activities. Led by Information Grassroots Organization, they urged the government to involve residents affected by the Mrima Hills mining deposits in Kwale County.
The issue of Mrima Hills, where there is rare earth and other minerals that are very of high importance and of high value, estimated to be around 8 trillion. So I think for us it's really important as just communities from the coast to engage quite early in the process. I know the tendering process started quite early, the first quarter of this year. But there's need for us to push for public participation so the communities also know what is due to them, how can they participate. We want just to also see that there's transparency in terms of the whole process.
Tunaambiwa the theme is climate action. So tunasema ya kuwa ili hii theme ikue able to achieve, then inafaa tulete hayo mambo yote ambayo yanafanya katika hii sehemu ya kutunza mazingira kwa jamii. Kwa sababu sisi kama CBO ya chini ndio tunajua shida ambazo zinatokana na uchimbaji wa madini.
Na imani kabisa hata yule mwekezaji anayekuja kuwekeza, lengo lake kuu ni kupata faida. Atapata vipi faida kama atakuwa kila wakati kokotini anapigana na wanaharakati? Shaona, haiwezekani. Kwa hivyo kama sote tutashikana, tutaenda kwa pamoja, obvious mwanaharakati atapata ile haki anayohitaji, jamii itapata mazingira bora, na yule mwekezaji atapata nini? Faida ile anayoitaka.
When they do the environmental advocacy, then where we have gone wrong, we correct. And we are ready even for them. They should even take us to court where they feel that we have issued licenses wrongfully or in a way that is not following the law. That's why you have bodies like the National Environmental Tribunal. And sometimes they win a lot of cases, especially where they feel we have gone wrong, we are here to be corrected. Because sometimes our decision might also not go along with what the community wants.
I'll be back with more news after this short commercial break. See you soon.
Sundays at 8:30 p.m.
Good morning.
You have my rent?
Leo jioni kama tutakuwa tumelipa rent, nauza hii simu yako.
Hamna pesa. I need 3 G's to make my nails today.
Sasa hivi natuhusu aje?
Can I order now? Do you ship? Can I get blinking ones?
Mimi nilikuwa na trade. Nimewekelea kitele yangu. Kitele yangu na trade. Nikikunywa maji.
Oh my God. You left me.
Nitumie ni line. Uko nje kuna wifi.
Why? Hi-Fi?
Wait, so what do we call this dish again?
I have no idea.
The cucumbers are there specifically for my beauty routine.
Tamulini kero make a beauty product.
Na ameenda.
Tunafaa tukuwe na logo yetu. Like, si ni brand already.
You won't entertain divas. No. I'm not dealing with a man child.
Amazing. Sharpen the energy.
Sundays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Saturday at 8:30 p.m.
My father used to tell me that our hotel is the home for travelers. I guess I forgot that. Recently, it's been more of a mirror of my own ambition. Ooh, yeah. We might fail. We will probably fail, but not for a lack of trying. So for the last time, and the first time, welcome to Connect In, the best experience in Eastern Central Africa and its environs.
Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on TV47. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on TV47.
I just want to be in the zone.
Nairobi, where the hustle never sleeps and neither do the scammers.
Kenya shillings today.
Welcome back. You're watching TV47 at 1. In efforts to strengthen road safety, Mombasa County authorities have launched a 4-week campaign aimed at sensitizing drivers on the dangers of overspeeding. The initiative, themed "You Control the Speed, Speed Determines the Outcome," comes as statistics show that between 80 and 90 people lose their lives annually in road accidents in Mombasa, with pedestrians accounting for more than half of the fatalities. County officials say the campaign will be rolled out through various media platforms and community outreach activities in accident-prone areas with goal of reducing fatalities and promoting safer driving habits.
Ni wewe mwenyewe mwananchi, kabla ya hizi initiatives zingine zozote, wewe mwenyewe uchukue precaution. Usitembee kwenye barabara. Tumejenga NMTs nyingi zaidi ya kilomita 30 Mombasa mzima, hizi walkways. Kwa hivyo tembea kwa barabara yako kama pedestrian, ili magari na bodaboda na watumizi wengine wa barabara waweze kutumia barabara.
Campaign hii ya kupunguza speed ni nzuri sana, manake gari likienda kwa mwendo wa kilomita 30 kwa saa, utapata kuwa kulidhibiti lile gari inakuwa ni rahisi.
This is the part of the Bloomberg initiative for the road safety program to support all stakeholders, police, communication, engineers, to make the roads in Mombasa safe.
The National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya, NFDK, in partnership with National Government Administration officers, has appealed for greater support from donors, private companies, county governments and individuals to expand its programs aimed at improving the lives of persons with disabilities. During a ceremony in Kisumu, more than 10 persons with disabilities and several educational institutions received business startup equipment and financial assistance worth approximately 5 million shillings. NFDK chairperson Professor Francis Kibera said it was time for stakeholders to step in and strengthen services for persons with disabilities. Nyanza Regional Commissioner Onesmus Musyoki Kiatha urged beneficiaries to make good use of the resources to improve their livelihoods and achieve economic independence. He also called on parents to stop hiding children with disabilities and instead give them equal opportunities to participate fully in society.
Our appeal that money or resources are never enough. So we are appealing to county government to also be chipping in, to join hands with us, as well as for the the private companies and the persons or people of goodwill to come forward and be counted. Because as it is said, if you want to know how the nation supports the country, look at how it supports the weakest members of the society. And I believe we are doing the right thing.
Mine is to appeal to the recipients, those who have received these kits, to ensure that they utilize them for their own benefit. We do not want to hear stories of some of the beneficiaries selling those tools. We want them to go and utilize them for the intended purposes. Of course, empowering them, they will improve on their livelihoods and also ensure that they also become creators of employment. Because if you have received a full kit of hair salon kit, you will be able to also engage the hairdressers and others, and also you become an employer.
In other news, stakeholders in the betting ecosystem have called for stronger regulation, responsible gaming frameworks, and long-term sustainability as Africa's gaming industry experiences rapid growth. Discussions at the Gaming Tech Summit Africa highlighted the urgent need for consistent taxation models, improved enforcement against illegal operators, and greater cooperation across African markets. Industry leaders emphasized that Africa's gaming sector has evolved into a major digital economy conservation, increasingly tied to fintech, consumer protection, and investor confidence. Regulators, policymakers, and technology providers agreed that aligning policies across borders and promoting responsible gaming standards will be key to creating predictable conditions for investment.
Moshi is my name, from Velix Advisory. I'm the MD. So when you're talking of challenges, I'm speaking of, yes, the issues that need to be discussed. And this is a forum whereby I know this is part of the issue, responsible gambling, issues of addiction. Those are issues that, definitely need continuous engagement.
31 protesters arrested during demonstrations against the proposed Ebola quarantine center in Nanyuki on Monday have been released on bail after appearing in court. The protesters faced charges of unlawfully obstructing vehicles during the demonstration. They were freed from Nanyuki prison after their bail was paid by human rights defenders. Court documents indicate that the protesters allegedly blocked roads using stones, logs, and burning tires, disrupting traffic flow and endangering other road users. 17 of the accused pleaded guilty and were fined 10,000 shillings each or sentenced to 1 month in prison. The remaining 14 denied the charges and were released on cash bail of 20,000 shillings or a bond of 50,000 shillings with one surety. The protests are part of the ongoing opposition to the planned Ebola quarantine facility in Nanyuki. Demonstrators have vowed to continue their struggle, calling on supporters to return to the streets on Tuesday.
Na leo tuko hapa Nanyuki GK prison kusecure list of the comrades who were unlawfully arrested during the Monday protest. Out of the 14 tumeweza kutoa wote na 17 kunao ambao walikubali mashtaka, na the information which we have ni waine tu ambao wamebaki. Ningependa sana kushukuru organization ambayo inaitwa Defenders Coalition for facilitating the release of these comrades. In addition to that, ningesema Tuesday tupatane. Tuesday tukue peaceful, tupeleke pale petitions zetu na grievances zetu ya kukataa establishment ya quarantine kwa hii facility. If we are peaceful, I don't see the reason of why the police should arrest peaceful protesters arbitrarily.
Let's get sporty. Kenyan Premier League record champions Gor Mahia FC earlier today were rewarded with 30 million shillings by one of their sponsors for clinching the top flight league title. The team was also handed a winning bonus of 1 million shillings for lifting trophy number 22. This in addition to a 3-year partnership extension with the paint company, which has begun a campaign to raise funds for the CAF Champions League-bound squad. Head coach Charles Akonor and his charges were also dominant during the FKF Premier League Awards ceremony held in Nairobi on Thursday night. Tactician Akonor was crowned the coach of the season, while Ghanaian Enoch Morrison walked away with the most valuable player title, plus the midfielder for the season trophy.
Semblance of a national structure for the Gor Mahia side that has made it fully possible.
Came here without knowing what was expected of us. But as a matter of fact, we are aware if you put an effort, hard work pays, and so we made up our mind to work hard.
Today I brought a trophy to the players. You can see they were very, very happy for me. So this shows that it means a lot to us as a club. We started together, and we went through ups and downs.
This 6 months has been splendid, wonderful. The impact not only to goal but also to us. So I think, as I said in the conference, it's a happy marriage.
When you make an achievement, you feel happy, and then you say, okay, thank God for this kind of achievement. So I am very happy.
The amount of financial sponsorship that Gor Mahia has attracted so far is a drop in the ocean compared to the enormous financial outlay that is required to compete effectively in the CAF Champions League.
Environmental sustainability will take center stage at the Nairobi City Marathon this weekend after organizers unveil a groundbreaking initiative that combines air quality monitoring with an ambitious plan to plant 5,000 trees annually. The project, launched through a partnership involving Athletics Kenya, the Stockholm Environment Institute Africa and Moja Expressway, aims to improve urban air quality, support climate action and leave a lasting green legacy beyond the race.
This is actually one of the few marathons in the world that, right from the beginning in 2022, established sustainability measures. As my colleague Niall from the Stockholm Environment Institute has mentioned, with the support of Stockholm Environment Institute and UNEP, we have air quality monitoring that's been going on along the route. Together with that, we're also looking at the sustainability measures that for safeguarding athletes in terms of weather advisory, particularly the temperatures.
We're very keen to kind of continue this collaboration with Athletics Kenya to make sure that we can use the data that we've gathered over the last number of years to support the route that's been used, use the data to encourage policy change maybe in Nairobi for higher quality of air for all people.
The second leg of the 2026 Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing, the NCBA Royal Classic, tees off this Sunday at the historic Royal Nairobi Golf Club. The tournament has attracted a stellar field of 96 golfers from 11 countries with crucial world ranking points and a 2 million Kenya shillings prize pass up for the grabs. The three-day tournament is expected to showcase some of the region's finest professional and amateur talent as players intensify their quest for Sunshine Tour progression. And that brings us to the end of TV47 at 1. Thank you so much for staying with us. My name is Peter Kamau. I'll see you at 4. Have a blessed afternoon.